Welcome to Red Recaps. Today's video, we will be taking a recap of a thriller, the part 1 of the famous trilogy Fear Street 1994. Tighten up because you are in for a ride. Stay with us because the ending will blow your minds. Let's get straight to it. A badass cashier girl was introduced cursing middle-aged customers. After the mall hours, the badass girl received a call from Ryan, but abruptly dropped. She left the store and got pranked by Ryan. A masked man with a knife suddenly stabbed her and ran after her. She tried to call 911 for help. The masked man reached her and sliced her abdomen. She decided to fight back, but still got caught and stabbed many times by Ryan. Ryan was gunned down by the police. Reporters about the Shadyside massacres. Reports on TV about killer capital of USA. A boy chatting about Shadyside killings conspiracy. He showed his sister about the skull mask killer. The boy has newspapers investigating the crimes. A girl in school conspiring about the witch Sarah Fire. Dina insisting that Sarah Fire is not real. A boy screaming that Sarah Fire the witch is alive. The entire school attends vigil for the stabbed badass cashier girl. Dina's ex, attending with a cheerleader girlfriend. And guess what? Plot twist, her ex is the cheerleader, Sam. They confronted each other. Meanwhile, a fight broke down between Sunnydale and Shadyside. And yes, the names are quite literal. Shady peeps on the school bus, pumped up, and plans to kill Sunnydale. A Sunnyvale car appeared, and guess who's in it? Sam. Dina, flooding with blood on her nose, throws a bucket full of ice through that car. Getting a little bit intense now. The car crashed in the woods. Sam, crawling out soaking in blood, saw creepy visions. Sam spits loads of blood. Police come interrogating Dina, which of course, she impressively lied. The day after, the Ryan killing was still reported on TV. Dina called Sam but got turned down by her mother. A doorbell was heard, but there is no one in the front door. A man, standing on a skeleton onesie, is on the lawn. Now we've seen that costume before. The skeleton man is now standing viciously on their backyard, holding a knife. And suddenly he's gone. Or is he? Dina called her friend, insisting that her ex's BF Peter is the one wearing the skeleton costume. Dina's friend heard a glass shattering smashing vigorously, and the creepy skeleton man broke in her house. And he's gone again. Now they're talking on how to get back on Peter, who they thought is the skeleton man. The group went to the hospital and see a nurse called Betty, which is a great-ass name. Betty led Dina to see Sam in the hospital. Dina told Sam everything, and suddenly, the guy Peter showed up. Dina and Sam continued arguing on their difference, Shadyside this and that, and suddenly, the skeleton man came out of nowhere and stabbed Peter. The girls ran for their lives as the skeleton man hunts. They hid and watched the great named Betty got stabbed in the jaw. The skeleton man almost grabbed Sam, but they fought back by biting and choking. The mask accidentally fell off, and you're never gonna guess who the masked guy is. It's still Ryan. He's still alive. This is getting exciting. Ryan is still alive? He got shot in the head. They escaped using an ambulance. They went straight to the police station to report that Ryan was still alive. The police are insisting that they shot him dead. A girl singing an ominous song is heard in the distance. Dina caused a scene and stole the policeman's gun. Uh-oh, she has a weapon now, it's getting interesting. The girl continued singing, and when Dina's friend Simon approached her, and she stabbed him in the leg. He fought her, almost getting stabbed, and Dina shot the singing girl, saving Simon. And the girl sat up like nothing happened and continued singing. Simon told them that she cut him with a razor and singing a lullaby. Josh told them that it's a psychopath killing girl, Ruby Lane, from 30 years ago that stabbed Simon. Josh told them that there are various serial killers in Shadyside, with the first one in 1666, Cyrus Miller the pastor. Now it adds a horrifying history of Shadyside. Josh insisted that it was the doing of Sarah Fire, a witch who got executed in 1666. Wow, is it a coincidence? Sam told the group that the creepy vision she saw was actually Sarah Fire. The group went to the site where the car crashed. Sam found up a buried chain connecting to a skull with a lock embarked with Fire. They realized that Fire is mad because they disturbed her grave. Sam momentarily heard Sarah Fire as she held the chains, blood streaming down her nose. They fixed up the grave of Sarah to undisturb her. Suddenly, another masked man sprinted towards Sam, while Sarah is screaming, threatening Sam in her head. They once again escaped death. Sam told the group that they only want her. The group realized that the killers went after whoever got Sam's blood. They realized they need to wash off all of Sam's blood. Sam talked about what she really felt about Dina. Now all of them are making love. It's the calm before the storm. They planned a trap using Sam's blood. They poured gasoline to the place where Sam's blood in to set the killers on fire. The killers are appearing one by one. The lullaby girl, the another masked man, the skeleton man, they are all here. They bit the trap and got set on fire. Did their plan worked? We're on the climax. The room was burnt without any signs of the killers, but suddenly the burnt bodies of the killers were coming back together. They are arguing if they should let Sam get killed for it to be over. Dina obviously disagreed. Sam agreed she don't want to cause any more trouble. Sam went in by herself to the killers. She walked slowly and faced the killers on the hallway. As the masked man started approaching Sam ready to kill her, they bring her back, saving her. That's a close one. Josh realized something, that the key of all this is a girl named C. Berman. They claimed that C. Berman is the only survivor of a Shadyside massacre and also seen Sarah Fire. They tried to call C. Berman, but no one's answering. The masked man continued to axe his way to them as they tried reaching out to this C. Berman. Is she really the key to this mystery? Sam read that C. Berman was actually dead, but came back to life. They remember the rhyme, "She'll follow you until you're dead." They figured that you need to die first to survive. That's it! They escaped once again using the ambulance, devising a plan to kill and resurrect Sam. A policeman dropped a letter on someone's house writing, "It's happening again." They go to the supermarket and planning on overdosing Sam with drugs. Is this really going to work? Will it kill Sam and be brought alive? Let's find out. They commence the plan marking themselves with Sam's blood. A man-to-man talk before the final battle. Sam's having second thoughts about their plan. Dina comforted her that everything's going to be all right and promised to bring her back. The group split up as they waited for the plan to commence. Nervous air is piling up. The drug started to have its effect on Sam. A familiar lullaby started to be heard. A familiar footstep creeping in. And a familiar skeleton body appeared as Sam winced in pain. Kate barely saved them with a devised flamethrower. Sam and Dina ran and hid, as well as Kate. Breathing heavily as Kate tried to hide from the skeleton man, but he found her. Dina devised another plan to make Sam's heart stop by drowning her. Meanwhile, Simon hid in a room with Ruby Lane and barely got away. Josh was also being attacked by the masked man. Kate is being stabbed by the skeleton man. Will Dina's plan succeed before their friends die? Kate is hardly fighting the skeleton man. She is fighting for her life until her head got split open. Her brain spilled out. Josh and Simon ran up to Kate, but it was too late. Her brains are already on the floor, and suddenly Simon got axed in the head. Josh screams in horror as he ran for his life. Dina's trying to drown Sam, but it's getting too late. The skeleton man catches up to Josh, the masked man lullaby girl ready to kill Dina and Sam. But right before they reach them, Sam's heart stopped beating, making the killers disappear. But can they save Sam before it's too late? Dina injected her with multiple EpiPens, trying to revive her, but it's not working. She's reviving her with CPR, pumping her chest, breathing to her mouth repeatedly, and she woke up. The police are interviewing Dina, Sam, and Josh on what happened that night. They remember their friends, Kate and Simon. They got out of the station and got back to their homes. Dina received a phone call, and it's C. Berman, implying that the witch is still alive and will kill them all. And during the phone call, Sam stabbed Dina. Sam is getting possessed. A mind-blowing ending. Have you enjoyed the video? Leave a comment down below if you want the prologue Fear Street 1978. If this movie piqued your interest, you can watch it. Check out the links below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more movie recaps. Thanks for watching Red Recaps. See you in our next video.